Hey buddies, it's Invicta. It's time to run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. I hope your Tuesdays are going off to a great start here. I decided to sneak in one or two more episodes in the backlog before the subathon begins. I'm actually recording this before it begins here on Friday, so thank you all very much for your understanding and letting me do a little bit of a backlog. And like I said, if the subathon dies, then hey, I get a couple days off for a change. Here's your Mosh Pet of the day, submitted by Stricken. Title of the thread was My Livestock Guardian Dog. Easy for me to say. They said, hey guys, after hearing Sin talk about his new interest in guardian dogs, I figured this is the best time to show. This is my guardian livestock dog, Angus. He is an Antolian Shepherd, and he's about 1.5 years old and about 140 pounds. And what a good boy he is. He looks like a good guard dog. There's also more information there from Stricken, which if you want to go read it, go check out this Invicta subreddit, /r/Invicta. And yeah, man, I've been really enjoying those guardian livestock guardian dog videos on YouTube. And I keep getting more and more of them recommended to me. CJ is going to be Echo Juliet 2 Sierra 6 X-Ray 07. We've got ourselves, I mean, we got okay damage. Or actually, it's above average damage. Also starting off with Monster Manual, as you saw right there. And we also starting off with Milk. So not really, I would say, my favorite items to start with. Milk, obviously, it requires you taking damage in order to activate, which is always kind of a bummer. Unless you're doing like a Berserker build or something like that. We also have Juicy Sack that we just got from Monster Manual. And then, of course, we're starting with Monster Manual, which is just going to be a 6-room cooldown item that we use, and it's going to summon a random follower. Nothing big or special about that. Unless, of course, we had Sack Altar, which would be kind of nice. Movement speed is okay for starting out. Our tears rate is above average. So is our damage. So our shot speed is kind of doo-doo. Bro, chill out. Not only are you invisible, but you're moving at, like, clown physics level of speed, so like, yeah, thank you. I absolutely hate these skitterers, man. I honestly think there's an error with their programming. They shouldn't be able to move that fast. So, oh, it's Curse the Blind too. That's just super duper awesome. It's really great. Really great. So not what I would say is a fantastic start in terms of items. We do have 4 bombs, and maybe they will be helpful. We also got the Charge Penny, which is going to allow us to maybe get a stat up or a charge up on our Spacer item every time we pick up a penny. I didn't really want Small Rock because of the movement speed down, but it does give us a pretty decent amount of damage up. Don't be fooled by our tears rate, though. That was the result of us taking damage because of Milk. Now, it's very important that we don't lose this Bone Heart if at all possible. So I'm going to try my best not to screw it up here. And getting that heart is definitely going to help out. Going to be Ragman. Obviously, I'm going to be skipping the item room because it's blind items. And we don't take blind items here. And we never will because that is just a stupid idea. And I'm not going to use Monster Manual just because, obviously, we're here. We don't need help against Ragman with this level of damage. So, starting off with Old Bandage. Okay, not bad. And going on to last week's question of the episode from the When Isaac Plays Nice episode, and apologies to Colin Walker. Colin does a great job, and obviously, you know, he asked a lot of questions here, and that was technically the most upvoted question, but I found one that was more interesting from someone who hasn't had their question read before, and I'd like to be fair, but also I think that this one is very curious to hear people's response to. So, question of the episode comes in from Spirit of Darkness 9839, who said, question of the day, with all the items in the game, I'm wondering, how did you learn to remember all their effects? So this is one that's interesting to me because there are multiple ways that you could look at this. The main way that I would answer this will be just because of experience just from playing the game. You see items, you recognize their item icons, and you eventually like say, oh, okay, I know what Milk does, or I know what Mongo Baby does, or I know what this does, because you just see it repetition. That is the best way to answer that. Now, if you want a little bit of assisted learning when it comes to learning the items and effects and all that kind of good stuff with Isaac, but down to like a more detailed level, which is a higher level than I know, because obviously I'm not an encyclopedia. I know what pretty much almost everything does in the game, almost, with somewhat accuracy. But obviously I don't know like the damage coefficients. I don't know what what stat scales with what. You just, for me, I don't know everything, and I don't try to claim to know everything. But what I will say is that the external information mod is extremely important when it comes to learning stuff about Isaac. And unfortunately for console players, you're kind of SOL, but for non-console players, PC players, we have the option to do so. And I strongly recommend playing Isaac, any version of Isaac on the PC. I know that there's some players out there who play on mobile. I know there's some who play on console and that sort of stuff, and that's fine. But you're going to, if you really want to learn about Isaac, you're going to be learning at a little bit of a slower pace, only because you don't have the immediate knowledge of what this does come up automatically with a mod. So I strongly recommend anyone who wants to learn, actually like learn the items, to install external information mod. That's the easiest way to do so. You combine that with a lot of repetition, and you'll just eventually get it. Like it's almost like akin to remembering song lyrics, right? I don't know how much of my brain space is occupied by song lyrics to Metallica songs, and I also don't know what gets replaced by song lyrics to Metallica songs, but I do know that I know a lot of them. I don't have every Metallica song memorized, but I'm not doing that. Probably should have picked up Book of Sin though. Also, shout out to everyone who wished me a happy birthday, but also to Aishoro, who's been keeping up at the time of this recording on that episode from last week, a 210-day comment streak detailing when the donation machine was reset. So as of last week, it's been 210 days since the donation machine incident, and then 97 days of the greed machine being reset. And those kind of stats are just they're so great. Also, how come I didn't pick this up? Get Leech out of Monster Manual. Very thankful that we at least got some movement speed from the belt. And of course, having mapping is going to be nice. And we know there's nothing that we care about down below. Now, we also have, by down below I mean to the south, we also have a lot of rooms to the north. Let's look for Magic Mush or Mini Mush here. So to knock out a large portion of this map, I'm going to go north first. It's a little bit of a Leech. You scared the hell out of me for a second there. It's going to be a little bit of a tricky maneuver in this room here. There we go. So there we go. So the host took out the toadstool. Now, the reason why I didn't want to bomb these mushrooms before fighting the host, just to clear up the area, was because obviously you don't want to get hit by bad gas, and you all know me and my luck. Usually happens. Absolutely take Skinny Eye Mushroom here. Gives us movement speed and a maxed out tears rate. We lose a little bit of damage, but it's not that big of a deal. Obviously, it does reduce all of the effectiveness of damage upgrades for the rest of the run, but it's a small price to pay for having maxed out tears. Good judgment. I'll take an HP upgrade. There we go. Also reading another comment here from last week's episode, coming in from Maldo Grager, or Maldo Grager. I'm not trying to say your name. Or sorry, no. Well, first off, shout out to you because I was actually reading the wrong comment. So sure. They said coming out of the shadows to say you should play WoW. You should pay WoW a visit during a 24-hour stream. Curious to see your characters. Yeah, I might fire up World of Warcraft during the subathon. But the actual comment I was trying to read was from the Owl Op, who said, "Yo, Sin, have you heard about Casper the sheepdog? He fended off like 8 or 9 coyotes and killed all, like 5 of them, and then chased the remainder, and then returned 2 days later while missing an ear." I actually have, that's an old story. That's from years ago. But yeah, I do know about Casper the sheepdog. the guardian dog that essentially just destroyed a whole pack of coyotes. And who knows what scrap he got into out in the woods, but came back 2 days later, and the only injury he had was like he lost an ear. Dogs are great, man. Like it's I even wrote in that thread. I've talked about this before. You know, how I just think it's really cool to kind of like witness how important dogs still are, even in like in modern times here, because like they're still doing what we've always needed them to do, which is protect livestock and protect agriculture and just, you know, homesteads and stuff. And they're still doing that. You know, one of the I'm not a history buff or a history nerd, but something I do geek out about is just learning like how important dogs were in the development of human society and cities and stuff. Like without having dogs that could protect our livestock, we wouldn't be able to have farms, or at least not as effective farming and agriculture, which means that we can't feed, which means we can't settle, which means that we can't start families and, you know, and that sort of stuff. So it's always been really fascinating to me to just see how important dogs have always been to human evolution and society on the whole. And then on top of that, of course, I am a dog lover, so I do prefer dogs to cats, especially. Oh, we're getting hooked up here with soul hearts. I'll take it. We got stuff to boot. We don't know if there's an arcade here. With Stairway, we should at least try, especially with a golden chest, we should try to get some money here. Falling a little bit behind on boss rush, but never know. But yeah, I've always kind of like loved that man and dog still works hand in hand together, and to see someone in the mosh pit with a livestock guardian dog is really, really cool. There's also no excuse for us not to find both secret rooms here with the golden chest or golden bomb. I have a feeling the secret room is going to be south of this room, and the game just wants us to clear it, so let's go ahead and do it real fast. Anyway, I love those kind of stories and that sort of stuff. Coyotes are I've seen a couple coyotes in my time, but never in like I'm a farmer capacity, you know. Not have to worry about them. I have family members who do farming and stuff, and they definitely are a nuisance and a danger to livestock and also like they impact like finances too. You lose a chicken to a coyote, hey, that's one chicken less that you don't have producing eggs and you can't sell it. But it's the same, going back to the actual question of the episode, it's the same story, you know, just repetition is key. Practice, practice, practice. And you learn the game by just playing the game. And I know that it sounds like kind of like a cop-out answer, but it is factual. I mean, you want to get your reps in, you want to understand what this item does. How do you understand what this item is going to do if you've never seen how it interacts with your play style, you know? And, you know, it could unlock a sort of like a new ability for you to like say, hey, I've never seen Sinvicta use this item. How does this work? Maybe this fits my play style. And I think that is developing that for your skill set in Isaac is very important. I have absolutely no clue where this secret room is. You bet your bottom dollar we're going to spend a little bit of time here and blow up every single one of these mushrooms. And we know the secret room's not adjacent to there. It's probably north of, probably right here. It's got to be there. Unfortunately, we don't have any keys, so I can't get those. I really don't want to bomb the donation machine, but I will for the sake of the stairway. Okay, so we're going to end up getting enough to at least buy a premium item from the angel shop. I do need to buy a key because obviously. There we go. All right. So very, very, very long level here. It was kind of born out of necessity. So we still have 8 minutes to get the boss rush, which in 3 floors is going to be a little bit tricky, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. All right, let's go check out and yep. That would definitely be a Angel Shop right there. So I don't want to actually play this Judgment because I don't want to waste money on it when we can go to the premium, get a premium item from the store. Supposedly, anyway. Hopefully. But I will, since there's not much to talk about right now, I will go back and read Colin's question because I don't want to like override the rules that we've already kind of established for the questions of the episodes, but I'm just trying to give other people like their time in the sun too. So Colin Walker asked, this was the most upvoted question from last week. Question of the episode, looking at all the tainted characters, if you got Eden's Blessing, giving you one more starting item, what do you think would be the best complement to the tainted characters, excluding Deathless, Binge Eater, and Rock Bottom? During the Tainted Maggie run, I thought some perfect synergy items might be Virus, Serpent's Kiss, or Candy Heart. So I'm not going to be able to just recite every single tainted item that comes to mind that would be like a great synergy for them, but definitely Candy Heart for Tainted Maggie would be absolutely OP and broken. I think that obviously you want Humbling Bundle would be one for Tainted Cain. I think that would be insanely good. Damocles, surprisingly, this one might be a little bit of a shocker, but surprisingly, Damocles for the Lost or Tainted Lost would be incredible if we're only sticking to tainted characters. Tainted Samson, I would probably say the 4.5 volt. Tainted Isaac, Tainted Isaac would be like option, something nothing too crazy because obviously he already has the rerolls there. Tainted Blue Baby, I mean, you have to go with some kind of explosion immunity. That's bottom line, just has to happen. Tainted Jacob, just don't play him. Tainted Lazarus, just don't play him. Tainted Keeper, obviously you would, if we're talking about passive items, then you would just want Humbling Bundle. If you're talking about any item, then definitely Counterfeit Penny would be absolutely massive for him. You could also argue like, Swallow Penny or Piggy Bank or something like that would be huge as well, which it would. So yeah, so passive I would actually say probably Swallowed Penny or Piggy Bank. Or just Piggy Bank, not Swallow Penny. Any item for Tainted Keeper, then definitely Counterfeit Penny, because I think that would provide you with more benefit than having the Swallowed Penny. This is relatively easy to stay alive on Tainted Keeper. And then for like Tainted Bethany, Humbling Bundle, I guess, like it's surprising how well Humbling Bundle works. Maybe Old Bandage if you really squint and you want to look at taking damage but also getting red hearts. I think that'd be very cool. And then Tainted Judas, just pick any damage upgrade. Any damage upgrade you're gonna be fine with. Gonna be close here for Boss Rush. We do have the Bible, which is gonna speed things up a little bit, but we still need to find the full card. Well, we need to get to depths first. We do have enough money, plenty of money actually, for the Angel Deal shop. So here's to hoping we get something good out of that. Actually get a Devil Deal, which I will take. And hey, look at that. We got a dice shard. Okay. Hey, man. Oh, baby. We take 2 of these. I'm not going to use... Yeah, we can take Succubus too. I'm not going to use the dice shard, and I'll show you why in a second. So this is the reason why I didn't want to take dice shard, is because we can make a whole lot of pedestals happen in here. In fact, I probably shouldn't be playing the Judgment until after I'm done fighting Gabriel. Then we can dice shard Void. I am going to buy Void just because it's half price and it's only 7 cents. I'm not going to take Void though. I guess we could take Void and just Void the Bible, but I'd rather re-roll the pedestal. So no, I'm not going to take Void. Obviously, we don't care about the key. Get another Soul Heart here, which is great. Then Dice Shard is going to re-roll all these into angel items, which is something that I wouldn't mind having. Now, obviously, we have Goat Head, which is going to give us a free or an always open double deal, not a free double deal. Okay, so let's buy you. I'm going to buy Void just so the price doesn't change. Then let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Dice.
Oh, baby. Holy Mantle, Purity, and friggin' Revelation. Sign me up. Now that's some big-time plays right there. Now, if we hurry, and I mean hurry, we book it, we still have a chance, an outside chance to get Boss Rush, which would be an absolute miracle. Depending, I mean, considering that we only had like 7 minutes left on floor 3, so let's book it. We even get ourselves Guppy's Tail. We have to make a quick decision though. Do we want to go straight for the boss or not? I will say that thank you everyone who's been following the TikTok account over Sinvicta Official. That's the only TikTok account that I have. And ever since that video came out maybe last Wednesday, my notifications on TikTok have been blowing up. Lots of people following, leaving comments and stuff, saying happy birthday, and I thank you all very much for it. I don't think this is gonna be worth it. I mean, we would have to go all the way back. Yeah, I'm gonna abandon the Boss Rush. The Boss Rush dream is going to be dead, because even if we left now, we're still going to have to go possibly fight the angel statue and decide what we want in there. So yeah, no Boss Rush, and that's okay. Lots of pills in here. But yeah, if you wanna go follow me on TikTok, I am planning on. I'm currently screening editors for getting a dedicated TikTok and Shorts editor. Now I did have one, but unfortunately Mossy can't do it anymore. So I'm in the market for someone who specializes in TikTok editing. Finding a good editor is very, very challenging. Over the years of me doing this, I've gone through a couple editors that we were using for various stuff, and locking one down that's dependable and reliable and is talented enough to be able to accomplish what I want to accomplish. As someone who can at least video edit, I know what I want at least. So I'm a very good director. Kind of the same thing whenever we're writing music with me and Mark are writing new Word of Lauder stuff. I know what I want, and I know what it should sound like in my head. Yeah, we can get a lot of keys here with that pill room. And before you say anything, yes, I know. I didn't go into the devil deal. Don't worry. Calm yourselves. We have Goat Head. We can go back in there. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to use this Ace of Spades to go create a bunch of keys. Obviously, we're going to need keys because we have Guppy's Tail, which is going to limit the amount of keys that actually drop. It is very nice. Very nice. Now, if I really wanted to min-max, I could have gone and picked up all the other crap on the ground, but I can do that. And look at that. We got Incubus, too. Lucky us. Look at us. Yeah, sensors send bad. Let's just knock this side of the map out of the way real quick just to see if there's anything over here. I will say though that like following certain people on TikTok and also Instagram has done some interesting things to my For You page. Lately I've been getting a lot of like dancing videos. And I'm not ashamed to say, but like I kind of hate the fact that like I love a lot of the crazy like Japanese anime sounding songs that they dance to. It's usually I'm not gonna lie, it's usually a bunch of cute either Japanese or Korean girls or Chinese girls dancing to various anime songs. And I don't know how it got started, but I do know that if you watch one, it's just going with the algorithm the way it is, it's just going to give you more of those videos. So me looking like, oh, I like that song. That's a neat sounding song. And then all of a sudden it's just a flood of more anime songs and dancing videos. So I blamed my friend Mega Moeka on that because she is a VTuber and a talented voice actress and singer. Speaks Japanese, and it's her fault. So thank you, Mo. It's all your fault. You can tell her I said that. Mega Moeka is a very, very gentle, kind person. Very talented artist. Great person. And then if it's not anime dancing songs that I'm seeing. By the way, when I say anime dancing, I mean it's real people, but they're dancing to anime songs. If it's not that, then it's like super mega thirst traps. And I understand why they get the views without going into detail. I get it. I'm just like, man, it really is the same across all the platforms, isn't it? So my journey into TikTok has been an interesting one thus far. Rotten Penny. I mean, we're not going to hold on to the perfection, so I don't really care about it. No, smelting it wouldn't give us it would give us a permanent luck upgrade until we got hit, and then it's gone forever. There we go. Use the Bible for what it's good for. We're going to get a damage upgrade here thanks to the negative, and then we're going to take both of these, Guppy's Eye along with the Ouija board for the spectral tears, and gives us a nice little damage upgrade. What I would say if we didn't already have maxed out tears. You get a nice little damage upgrades there. Sells one of them there fancy Jesus juices. I am going to play the Judgment. It's pretty impressive how bad our shot speed still is. I think it is worth it for us to at least take an HP upgrade here, because A, we don't have to worry about polar invincibility, and B, we have Goat Head, so we know that we're going to be able to get rid of it. And thanks to Guppy's Eye, we no longer have to guess at which chest we are going to be wasting a key on, or one that's going to at least give a key or even an item back. Wow, we skipped a lot there. But yeah, thank you everyone who came by the birthday stream. It was a lot of fun. Again, I don't know how well the subathon is going right now. Hopefully it's still going. It would be, I will say that it will exceed expectations if I end up going past like Sunday. If I'm starting on Friday and we're still going, yeah, that would be a surprise. I'm gonna take some Victor robes. I'm also going to take Sack Altar, maybe. Yeah. And Athame, that's fine. Little Delirium is kind of a miss there. So we lose Succubus and Incubus, but side grade. Big old we don't care room here. Yeah, I'll be very surprised if the subathon is still going on, let alone going past, like, even going past Saturday. I mean, would be interesting. A very big shock, a welcome shock for sure. It means that people are having a good time and they want to support the stream, and I made fun sub goals and stuff. some revisits from classic Mosh Pit era games. Let's see. We'll see. And if it is still going, come on by. Twitch.tv/Invicta. Like I said, I'll be shocked. It's still going. That would be neat. This is my first ever bona fide true subathon. And if you don't know what a subathon is, by the way, it's when you set a timer. And the timer obviously goes down at a normal rate. But every time someone subs or gifts a sub or gives donations or bits or something like that, it boosts the timer. So the culture on Twitch is to, during subathons anyway, is to try to like extend the timer as much as possible because they want to A, support the streamer, or B, sometimes people just want to not see a stream end because like they get used to it because it's on 24/7. It's someone that they know usually or someone that they've discovered and they like their vibe or whatever. So, you know, it's something that you want to keep going. And I've taken part in a lot of my friends' subathons. Edwin from the Yogs cast, he did a massive one last year. That one was a lot of fun. Justin's done 2 big ones now. So, and I was like, yeah, you know, I'll do one. I've never done one, just to say that I've done one. No, whoa, we almost went the wrong way there, Isaac. Careful now. I thought we took the negative. We don't need the body. Well, actually, we kind of do, actually. I forgot that we had the stairway. It doesn't matter. It don't matter, man. So I will take sausage. Sausage is going to give us an all stats up minus the tears because we were already capped out by a whole lot. Come on, you jerk. You can keep the guy's room. Actually, no, you won't. I wanted to be indignant because it was just wasting my time, but that's just being stupid. And Athame really, really laying into trying to earn its keep here after we sacrificed Succubus and Incubus. What's that? Really weird false charge there. I've been also getting on YouTube Shorts. I've been getting a lot of Zach Choi, I think is his name. I've been getting his videos or his shorts where it's shot in a way that I don't actually like. I don't like the fast cut like cooking videos, you know, where it's like put down like 30 layers of American cheese and the sound, it's shot like, you know, like they do everything very, very quickly and accelerated and stuff. Like it's actually, I don't actually enjoy those type of cooking videos, but I can at least respect the process, right? However, that's really the only way to make them like, you know, consolidated and down into a consumable amount of length of time for YouTube Shorts. And I will say that he definitely does it in a very compelling way. But seeing some of the stuff that he makes is really, really, sometimes they look great, and then other times I'm like, I feel sick just by looking at this. Usually it's the big like stacks of like cheese and ham and stuff that like, look, I love ham and cheese. I love American cheese product. People get triggered if I say American cheese, but American cheese product. I do love me some Kraft Singles. I use it on this Invicta Subwitch. You know, it is a very fun item to eat. I'll take Starblaze then, why not? Don't need anything else. But I don't want to stack 30 of them on top of each other and then also put slightly warmed ham inside of panko and then deep fry them. Like, oh, thank you. I'm trying to remember what like the grossest one that he made was, to me anyway. It just didn't look good. And I am impressed by the fact that like he actually like goes around and like eats everything that he makes, which is kind of cool. I definitely respect that. Although with the way it's shot, of course, there's no way to truly know if he ate all of it or just did a jump cut straight to the end. I mean, we can forget me now, I guess. There's no reason not to. Get one little extra dark chest level here. We also get ourselves another. Yeah. All right. Too late for Damocles. You get Leviathan as well, which is kind of neat. Star Bethlehem already take off? Oh yeah, it did. You know why? Because we were in the angel shop, and it automatically assumes that we're in the boss room. Right. A very odd property about Star Bethlehem. I'm trying to think of what was the nastiest looking, or at least the least appetizing looking Zach Choi short. Other than like the vegetarian stuff, because I'm not a vegetarian. There's probably like this really thick burger lasagna that he made that just didn't look all that great. Gonna be honest. Brittle bones. Yeah, fine. I do really. It's surreal in a way to see a bunch of like new videos and new artists that I've never seen before in like in a new way, like on like a different platform, like TikTok, for example. Am you okay? Excuse me. My dude got a second life there. Oh man. Yeah, it's been fun going on to TikTok and learning about the way that things are run there. I still have no idea how to actually make TikToks yet. I kind of feel like a boomer saying so, but that's okay. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoy this one. Super easy run. Got to say, really impressed with the job that the Stairway did for us, and of course Goathead helped us out along that as well. And thank you all very much. Hopefully you're enjoying the backlogged episodes, and hopefully the subathon is still going. If it is, still come by over at twitch.tv/Sinvicta. Go follow my TikTok account over at Sinvicta Official. It's just all one word. There's no underscores or anything like that. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing here on YouTube. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Heather Furlong, Isaac Johnson, and Bataloid. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of my episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.